Hey beautiful people, and welcome back. Today I want to answer a question my friends and family ask me all the time. People hear me talk about digestion, fiber, and fermented foods, and eventually someone asks, well, you've restricted so many foods, so what do you actually eat? But like I tell people, as you make changes in your diet, you have to view it through the lens of what you stand to gain, not what you're losing. So today I'm going to walk you through what eating looks like for me as a gluten-free, dairy-free, plant-forward person, just so you can get an idea of how I actually eat and stay consistent. First, let me say this. I don't believe in complicated eating. Y'all will get to know me. I keep my eating and my life in general very simple. I know they say variety is the spice of life, but even knowing that and not being a fan of leftovers, my approach is still simple. I eat foods that revolve around plants, simple food that actually moves through the body well. Now, the reason I eat this way is because my body had enough. That's a whole video in and of itself. But to sum it up, I was tired of inflammation that caused acne and other skin problems, and in general, what my people call the itis. The itis in any ailment is just inflammation. For example, gastritis is inflammation of your gastrointestinal or stomach area. Tendinitis is inflammation of a muscle or tendon. Arthritis is inflammation of your joints, so on and so forth. So if you hear itis, just associate that with inflammation trying to find its way to one of your body's many exits. But to sum it all up, I started eating better because I was tired of how inflammation made me feel in several different ways. And that meant letting go of gluten, dairy, and minimizing meat while living in a house full of meat eaters. So despite having to cook for others, I leaned into foods that actually help my body feel clear and energized. Now, what does that actually look like in real life? Well, my kitchen is usually stocked with a few things, and with these items, I nearly never have to worry about what I'm going to eat on any given day. My staples are mushrooms, lots of greens or any kind of vegetable, but particularly peppers. I always have some variety of pepper either in my kitchen or in my garden. Rice, beans, quinoa for protein, potatoes, tofu, fruit. Now look, all of these are inexpensive, especially in comparison to a pack of meat these days. I may not eat it, but I certainly have to buy it, and it ain't cheap. So instead, I eat stuff like kale, spinach, microgreens. Mushrooms are a big one for me because, if made correctly, mushrooms can replace meat and seafood in a lot of meals. Then, of course, I keep fruit around for a little natural dessert. Give me my dates with peanut butter or some frozen grapes. Fantastic. And then, of course, my spice cabinet is fully stocked with all my favorites. Eating intentionally does not mean eating bland food. Yeah, in my house, that ain't gonna happen. Flavor matters. So the biggest thing that keeps me on track is actually very simple. I just keep all the staple foods I need in the house. Then it becomes extremely easy for me to throw together a meal. You could do a potato stir fry with spinach and mushrooms. If you have eggs in the house, you could make a veggie omelet with potatoes. You could do rice and steamed vegetables one night, or potato, tofu, or veggie tacos. You could make a quick pot of beans and rice with a veggie on the side. The great thing about being gluten-free is that it keeps you away from foods you probably don't need to be eating anyway. And the best thing about being plant-forward is that the options are absolutely endless. Let me tell y'all, I get so excited about this because I never get bored with my meals anymore. And my meals take no time. I can be home and eating within 15 minutes because everything is so fresh and usually requires little prep and cook time. Meanwhile, my family is over there waiting on chicken to thaw, be cleaned, plucked, and thoroughly cooked. Who has that kind of time? That's going to make you mess around and go eat something you don't have any business eating. Because if my kitchen is empty, if my stock is low, that's when I start reaching for convenience foods. So staying consistent is less about being disciplined and more about setting up your environment. Like I tell my kids, set yourself up for success. And like I said, none of this started overnight. It started one food at a time, learning what worked, trying different foods, just figuring it out like anything else you have to learn. So if you're trying to eat in a way that supports your body better, like I always say, don't make it hard for yourself. Add foods that nourish you. Pay attention to how you feel, and then build from there. If this video was helpful, stay with me, because next I'm going to show you what my actual grocery list looks like when I shop for these foods. As always, thanks for watching. We'll chat in the next one.